In our busy world, the art of silence has been forgotten, drowned out by constant noise and endless chatter. But what if the moments we choose not to speak held just as much power as the words we say? How often do we pause and consider the weight of our quiet? Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches mastery over oneself through reason and emotional resilience. It's a powerful guide for knowing when to speak and when to hold back. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, once said, "It's better to stumble with your feet than with your tongue." That simple truth begs the question, how many times have we regretted words spoken in haste or anger? Stoicism doesn't just warn against reckless speech. It challenges us to wield silence as a tool for growth and inner peace. Picture facing life's trials with unshakable calm, your quiet confidence speaking louder than any words ever could. In Stoic philosophy, silence isn't mere absence of sound. It's a deliberate, meaningful choice, a strategic force, a way to defuse conflict, shield yourself from harm, and deepen understanding. But when should we embrace it? Together we'll explore 9 key moments when silence isn't just wise, it's transformative. As we uncover these lessons, consider how Stoic silence could reshape your relationships and your peace of mind. What if, instead of sharp words, you ended an argument with measured quiet? What truths might a pause reveal about your own mind? Join us as we uncover the profound power of saying nothing, and let Stoicism light the way. Ready to dive deeper? Leave a comment below, and let's begin the journey. Number 1. When you're criticized unfairly. In Stoic philosophy, being unfairly criticized isn't a setback. It's an opportunity, a chance to grow stronger and showcase your integrity. One of the central ideas of this ancient wisdom comes from Emperor Marcus Aurelius. He wrote that when something outside of you causes distress, it's not the thing itself that's hurting you. It's your interpretation of it. And the best part? You can change your perspective at any moment. This insight reveals that what truly bothers us about criticism isn't the criticism itself, but the way we perceive and react to it. So ask yourself, how could shifting your perspective on criticism actually make you stronger? Think back. Was there ever a time when staying composed in the face of unfair criticism changed the outcome? Take a workplace scenario. You're leading a project, and your boss gives harsh feedback. A Stoic approach would be to calmly assess the feedback, extract any useful points, and let go of what's unfounded. As Epictetus taught, doing so preserves your inner peace and your professional dignity. Stoicism isn't about talking the talk. It's about living the principles. Respond with clarity and calm, not defensiveness. Let your actions and the quality of your response speak louder than any words. Choosing not to respond emotionally when unfairly criticized isn't weakness. It's strategic strength. It shows you're focusing on what truly matters. Your response, your attitude. That inner control becomes a quiet power, and in that stillness, new possibilities often emerge. Ask yourself, what opportunities could arise from choosing thoughtful silence over reactive speech? This isn't just about personal peace, it's about influence. When you live these values, others take notice. You inspire without boasting. In a world obsessed with loud voices and self-promotion, Stoicism whispers, humility is strength. As Marcus Aurelius said, don't waste time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Let that guide you. In moments when you're tempted to argue back, choose instead to embody calm. Your example can turn an ego-driven space into one of reflection and growth. Criticism is inevitable, and often it helps us learn, but sometimes it's just unfair. And in those moments, staying grounded can be a challenge. That's where Stoicism comes in. Rooted in ancient Greece, it offers timeless guidance on how to respond to unkind words with class and grace. As Epictetus reminded us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So the next time someone criticizes you unfairly, pause, reflect, don't rush to react. Give yourself space to respond with intention. And remember, you are not the criticism. You're the one choosing how to respond. Unfair feedback often says more about the critic than about your actual worth. When you separate your identity from the judgment, you begin to see things clearly. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "If anyone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change, for I seek the truth." Even in the harshest judgment, there might be a fragment of truth. Find it, use it, grow from it, and let go of the rest. Again, Epictetus said, "First learn the meaning of what you say, and then speak." So when the moment comes, answer with calm and poise. That calm presence, it signals strength and self-mastery. It diffuses conflict. It shows maturity. So don't waste energy proving your worth. Focus instead on becoming better. As Marcus said, be the good man, not just someone who talks about being one. Action. Shift your focus away from the criticism and toward your goals. Let your growth and character rise above the noise. Dealing with unfair criticism isn't easy, but if you hold to Stoic values, you can transform these tough moments into powerful opportunities. So remember, pause and reflect. Detach criticism from your identity. Look for the truth, no matter how small. Respond with calm and respect, and always keep your focus on personal growth. This is how we embody the Stoic way, remaining steady within, no matter the storms outside. Number 2, Stoic silence amidst boasting. Picture yourself at a networking event. A colleague starts going on about their latest promotions, expensive getaways, and upscale lifestyle. The urge to respond with your own list of wins might be strong, but Stoicism reminds us of the strength in restraint. Choosing silence in these moments keeps your composure intact. Instead of engaging in a verbal tug-of-war, you let their words reflect who they are, while preserving your own energy for more meaningful dialogue. This approach doesn't just maintain your dignity, it subtly tells the room that you're confident in your own achievements, without needing applause. In Stoic thought, silence isn't weakness. It's a deliberate, strategic choice, rooted in awareness and strength. One wise Stoic once said, "He who does not wish to be outdone by greater benefits should not repay one, but with many, all at once." What does this mean in practice? Don't fight empty boasts with words. Let your character and quiet actions speak volumes. How often do you catch yourself answering someone's success story with one of your own? What might change if instead you listened fully, acknowledging their moment with a simple nod or an appreciative smile, while remaining centered on your own goals? Embracing Stoic silence during moments of boasting invites a life not ruled by comparison, but guided by peace and authentic success. It cultivates a space where you can grow with confidence, not competition. Take a moment to reflect. How might choosing silence improve your conversations, your connections, your sense of self? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your insights and experiences below. And let's help one another build lives that are calm, grounded, and genuinely fulfilled. Number 3. Handling anger. When anger takes hold, it can feel like a raging storm, threatening to sweep away all reason and calm. But in the midst of this turmoil, Stoic philosophy provides a refuge, a moment of stillness that helps us navigate intense emotions. Epicurus, a renowned Stoic thinker, advised speaking only when necessary and remaining silent most of the time. Picture this. You're at work, and a colleague's mistake adds hours to your workload. Your first impulse might be to lash out in frustration. But what if, instead, you chose silence? By holding back an immediate reaction, you allow yourself time to assess the situation more objectively. This brief pause can prevent the conflict from escalating and pave the way for constructive solutions rather than heated arguments. Consider this. How often has reacting impulsively in anger led to regret? What if instead you took a moment to collect yourself before responding? Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic, once reflected, how much worse are the consequences of anger than the things that caused it? This insight urges us to think beyond the initial emotion. More often than not, the fallout from an angry outburst is far worse than whatever triggered it. Take Nelson Mandela, for example, a leader who, despite years of imprisonment, chose forgiveness over resentment. Instead of succumbing to anger, he transformed his pain into a force for unity and reconciliation. His choice not only changed his life, but also shaped the future of an entire nation. Choosing silence when angry doesn't mean suppressing emotions. It means responding in a way that aligns with your best self. This practice not only brings inner peace, but also fosters healthier relationships and greater success in life. As you encounter everyday frustrations, remember that silence can be your sanctuary, a place where wisdom prevails. Embrace it, and you may find that the quiet response is not only the most profound, but also the most powerful. Anger is a natural human emotion, one that everyone experiences. However, unchecked anger can damage relationships and harm personal well-being. Stoicism offers valuable techniques to manage anger through self-control, rational thinking, and inner peace. First, identify the root cause. What triggers your anger? Is it a particular person, setting, or event? Self-reflection is key. Often our assumptions and expectations contribute significantly to our reactions. Acceptance is also crucial. Understand that you cannot control external events, only how you choose to respond to them. Practice mindfulness by staying present, rather than dwelling on past grievances or future anxieties. When anger arises, use deep breathing exercises to calm both mind and body. Pause before reacting. Consider the potential consequences of your response. Shifting perspective can also be helpful. Try seeing the situation through the other person's eyes. Practicing empathy can often diffuse anger. Reframe the situation. How would a Stoic philosopher perceive it? Would they see it as insignificant or worthy of concern? Rather than fixating on the problem, focus on solutions. Develop emotional resilience by strengthening self-discipline and reminding yourself that you have the power to choose your reaction. Exercise patience and self-control. Emotional detachment is another powerful tool. Separate your feelings from the situation and analyze it objectively, rather than taking it personally. Strengthen your inner resilience through activities that help process emotions, such as exercise, journaling, or meditation. Channel anger in a constructive way. Redirect your energy into something productive, whether it's a workout, creative expression, or problem solving. Most importantly, use anger as a tool for personal growth. Every emotional reaction is an opportunity to learn more about yourself and refine how you respond in the future. Communicate effectively. Express your feelings calmly and assertively, without aggression. Mastering anger management is crucial for both personal well-being and healthy relationships. By identifying its root, practicing mindfulness, shifting perspectives, cultivating resilience, and channeling anger constructively, you can transform this powerful emotion into a force for positive change. Follow Stoic wisdom to cultivate inner peace and lead a balanced, fulfilling life. Number 4. Silence. Amidst unfounded rumors. When people talk, stories can spread like leaves scattered by a sudden gust of wind. And when those stories aren't grounded in truth, they can leave behind confusion, damage, and doubt. But in moments like these, Stoic philosophy offers a steady answer. Silence. Consider the story of a teacher in a quiet town, falsely accused of misconduct. As rumors swept through the community, she chose not to defend herself loudly or argue back. Instead, she stood firmly in her truth, letting her honesty and integrity speak for her. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was wisdom in motion. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." And truly, how often have we seen words, spoken in haste, only make matters worse? Sometimes, silence shields us better than any argument could. By refusing to react, the teacher gave space for the noise to fade. With no new evidence surfacing, the truth emerged not through confrontation, but through stillness. This is at the core of Stoic thinking. Control what you can, your actions, your responses, and release what you can't, like gossip and hearsay. Epictetus once said, "If someone speaks poorly of you, respond with kindness, or better yet, respond with calm." This unexpected choice can shift the energy of the situation entirely. Silence in this way becomes more powerful than any rebuttal. In your own life, when faced with rumors or false assumptions, remember the strength in restraint. Choose not to react immediately. Let time and truth do their work. Living in line with your values says more than any defense ever could. Silence in these moments isn't retreat. It's a declaration. It shows you trust in truth and in yourself. And it proves your commitment to Stoic principles not just in theory, but in practice. So whether you're navigating whispers at work, misunderstandings in relationships, or public misjudgment, let Stoic silence guide you. In the midst of the storm, it's this quiet strength that can lead you toward clarity, peace, and lasting respect. Number 5. Dealing with loss. How do you face the deafening silence that follows a major loss? Loss is something every human experiences, often leaving behind a hollow space filled with confusion and sadness. But Stoicism offers a powerful, unique lens for understanding pain. Take C.S. Lewis, for example. After losing his wife, he penned, "A grief observed," reflecting, "The pain I feel now is the happiness I had before." That thought captures the essence of Stoic wisdom. To the Stoics, all of life, including love and loss, is part of nature's grand rhythm. The two are inseparable. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "The day we fear as our last is but the birthday of eternity." Now imagine, how would your approach to grief change if you saw loss not as an end, but as a transformation? What if silence wasn't something to escape, but something to embrace? A space for reflection, not denial. C.S. Lewis didn't rush to fill the silence with distractions or explanations. Instead, he allowed himself to sit with it, exploring his grief, his thoughts, his heart. In doing so, he practiced what Stoics teach, that pain can be a tool for growth. His experience showed how keeping a calm, steady mind through sorrow can deepen our understanding of life's fragility and beauty. Silence after loss isn't about ignoring what happened. It's about giving yourself room to breathe, reflect, and heal, to find purpose beyond the pain you're feeling right now. Let yourself feel fully, without pressure to force an ending. Think back to moments you've experienced loss. How might the Stoic approach of reflective silence have helped you then? How could it help you in the future? And how might your way of grieving gently influence others around you? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your experiences with loss and how Stoicism may have guided your healing. What lessons stood out, and how has embracing silence helped you move forward? Let's support each other in the comments below. One of the most difficult things we face in life is the loss of something deeply meaningful, whether it's the death of a loved one, the end of a relationship, a missed opportunity, or losing a job. Grief hurts. There's no denying that. But Stoicism, an ancient philosophy founded by Zeno of Citium in Athens, offers enduring wisdom for navigating such difficult times. It teaches us to be strong and find peace, even amidst heartbreak. Here's how you can apply Stoic thinking to manage loss. 1. Acknowledge your emotions. The first step is to truly recognize what you're feeling. Grief, sadness, and pain are natural human responses. Stoics don't deny feelings. They accept them, then respond with intention. Try this. Let yourself cry. Write in a journal. Talk with someone you trust. Give yourself permission to feel without judgment. 2. Focus on what's in your control. Stoic philosophy teaches us to release our grip on what we cannot change, and instead direct our energy to what we can influence. Try this. Ask yourself, what part of this situation can I take action on? Maybe it's how you process the loss or how you support others. Let go of what's outside your power. 3. Reframe the loss. To Stoics, every challenge contains a seed of personal growth. Loss, as painful as it is, can offer insight and strength. Try this. Ask, what is this loss teaching me? How can this experience shape me into someone wiser, more compassionate, more resilient? Practice gratitude. Gratitude helps shift your focus from what's gone to what remains. Even in times of grief, there are still things, small and large, to appreciate. Try this. Each day, jot down a few things you're thankful for. This simple act can gradually bring calm and clarity. 5. Seek connection. Stoicism values the strength of community. We're not meant to suffer alone. Support is not weakness, it's wisdom. Try this. Talk to friends. Open up to family. Join a group. Sharing what you're going through can lighten the burden and remind you that healing doesn't have to happen in isolation. Loss will always be a part of life. But with the Stoic mindset, we can meet it with grace, clarity, and courage. By recognizing our emotions, focusing on what we control, shifting our perspective, practicing gratitude, and leaning on others, we create a path forward. A path that allows us to not only heal, but grow. Number 6. Facing ignorance with Stoic composure. Have you ever encountered someone whose confidence mirrors that of an expert, even when their actions clearly show a lack of understanding? While this can be frustrating, it's actually the perfect opportunity to practice patience and grace. Take Galileo, for instance. a brilliant mind who championed heliocentrism at a time when the world clung to geocentric views. Despite intense backlash and even house arrest, Galileo stood firm in his pursuit of truth. Rather than argue, he often chose silence, a silence rooted not in weakness, but in dignity. Stoicism reminds us we can't control others, only our reactions. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and a Stoic thinker, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Now imagine applying this mindset the next time you face someone who's clearly wrong. What if, instead of reacting emotionally, you chose calm and control because you knew you had that power? Galileo's silence wasn't surrender. It was a declaration, a quiet but powerful testament to his integrity and belief in what he knew to be true. He understood that truth doesn't always need defense. Over time, it proves itself. This mirrors a key Stoic principle. Focus on your own actions. Let go of what lies beyond your influence. Grace, in this sense, is knowing where your power ends and being wise about where you spend your energy. It means choosing patience in the face of provocation. And that patience, it doesn't just bring peace, it fosters a deeper understanding and builds a foundation for long-term respect and success. So, how might choosing silence in the face of ignorance improve your own life? Could it change the way you relate to others, or even how you feel within yourself? Let Galileo's story be your guide. Practice Stoic silence, not as a retreat, but as a strategy. Transform moments of frustration into opportunities for inner peace and personal evolution. Number 7, how to handle rumors. At some point in life, you've probably found yourself at the center of a story. Hearing whispers grow louder as they travel. It's a natural human experience. But sometimes choosing silence over reaction can transform the entire narrative. Take, for example, a community leader whose passion for environmental protection sparked false rumors about her gaining personally from the cause. Rather than confronting each lie, she stayed focused on her mission. She lived by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. The best revenge is to be unlike him who did the injury. By refusing to engage, her dedication spoke for itself. Her silence wasn't weakness, it was a deliberate act of strength. She showed us a key Stoic idea. It's not events that disturb us, but how we choose to respond. Now think, how might your life shift if you chose silence over defending yourself? What power might you unlock by simply staying on your path, rather than stopping to explain? If there's truth in what's said, Epictetus reminds us to correct ourselves. If it's false, let it be. That same leader calmed her community by inviting them to laugh at the lies, showing that rumors lose their bite when not fed with attention. Her quiet strength rebuilt trust and preserved her dignity. This approach highlights how Stoic principles are not just ancient ideas, but tools for modern resilience. Rumors can burn like wildfire or fizzle out depending on your reaction. Silence, when rooted in purpose, is not passive. It's a powerful message in itself. So next time you hear a whisper with your name in it, pause. Ask yourself, how can Stoic silence help me stay grounded? How might it shape how others perceive me over time? Drop your own stories in the comments. How have you dealt with gossip? Has silence ever served you better than defense? Your insights might just light the way for someone else navigating similar noise. In today's hyper-connected world, rumors spread faster than ever. They can damage reputations, cause stress, and cloud clarity. That's why it's essential to build a thoughtful approach to handling them. Keep your emotions in check. Reacting with anger or urgency only gives the rumor more fuel. Instead, pause, breathe, remind yourself that others' opinions don't define your truth. Practice mindfulness or meditation to stay centered. Seek clarity. Rumors often thrive on half-truths and uncertainty. Don't take them at face value. Dig into the facts. Talk to people you trust. Look for real information before forming conclusions. A calm, fact-based approach is more powerful than knee-jerk reactions. Respond with purpose. If a response is necessary, choose your words carefully. Sometimes, silence is more effective than explanation. Other times, a calm and measured reply is all that's needed. Consider the long-term impact before you speak. Let your actions define you. The best defense against falsehoods is consistent character. Over time, your behavior will prove the rumors wrong. Stick to your values and let your life tell your story. Practice detachment from opinions. Stoicism teaches us to release what we can't control, including what people think or say about us. Focus instead on your thoughts, your values, and your actions. Accept yourself and stay true to your principles, regardless of the noise around you. By applying these Stoic insights, emotional control, seeking truth, thoughtful response, integrity, and detachment, you can rise above gossip with strength and grace. This isn't just about protecting your reputation. It's about protecting your peace. Number 8. When faced with injustice. Stoic philosophy urges us to meet life's challenges with fairness, resilience, and inner strength. This mindset becomes especially crucial when we're confronted with injustice. As the wise Epictetus saying goes, "Bear and forbear, endure hardship without complaint, and extend forgiveness to others for their faults." A powerful example of this comes from Nelson Mandela. During his long imprisonment in South Africa, he could have emerged filled with anger, but instead he chose peace, unity, and reconciliation, embodying the very essence of Stoic endurance. Mandela didn't passively accept injustice. He actively chose not to retaliate, focusing instead on healing a divided nation. His decision reflected a vital Stoic principle. Our greatest power lies in how we choose to respond to the world around us. Imagine how our lives might transform if we followed Mandela's example. Could we meet unfairness with patience, understanding, and even kindness, despite how difficult it feels? Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the best revenge is to be unlike your enemy. In choosing not to react with hostility, we rise above conflict and make room for thoughtful, lasting solutions. Mandela's life is a clear testament to this. His calm strength reshaped a nation's mindset around justice and forgiveness. He proved that silence isn't submission. It can be a powerful, strategic stance, a symbol of personal strength and integrity. Stoicism doesn't teach us to ignore injustice. Rather, it guides us toward a principled, deliberate calm that prepares us to act meaningfully. It's about keeping your inner world steady so you can respond with wisdom and clarity. This way, we build a future rooted in justice, peace, and progress. As we each face life's inevitable unfair moments, let us remember Mandela's quiet courage. His legacy reminds us that sometimes the most impactful response begins in silence, where real change is born. Everyone will, at some point, encounter unfairness. As modern Stoics, our task is to respond not with impulsive emotion, but with calm, grounded awareness. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus emphasize what matters most: focusing on what we can control, maintaining internal calm, and responding with reason. Keep your inner peace. No matter the chaos around you, your mind should remain steady. Emotional regulation is key. Deep breathing, self-awareness, and meditation can help anchor you. Accept what's outside your control and recognize that your power lies in how you react. Respond thoughtfully. Don't leap into action without reflection. Pause, think. Ask yourself what the wisest course of action would be. Try to understand the situation. Look deeper into why the unfairness happened. Gaining insight can reveal solutions or at least provide clarity. Avoid the trap of revenge. Reacting with anger only fuels the fire. Choose instead a calm and balanced response. Let your values guide you. Remain true to your principles, no matter how challenging the situation. Align your response with your moral compass. Show integrity in action. Be an example. Demonstrate how to meet injustice with dignity and grace. Your behavior can inspire others. Seek constructive outcomes. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, shift your focus to finding a path forward. Open communication is crucial. Honest dialogue can lead to fair and lasting solutions. Wherever possible, advocate for change. Work to fix the root causes of unfairness, not just the symptoms, and always take the time to grow. Reflect on what happened and how it shaped you. Use these moments as fuel for personal development and strength. Prepare yourself for the future. Learn, grow, and arm yourself with the knowledge and tools to handle similar situations even better next time. When you approach injustice with the principles of Stoicism, calm, clarity, compassion, and wisdom, you don't just endure hardship, you transform it. You become the catalyst for healing and growth, both in yourself and in the world around you. Number 9. Handling insults with Stoic wisdom. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once remarked, "If someone manages to provoke you, recognize that your own mind played a role in allowing it." This profound insight should echo in our minds whenever we're insulted. It's a powerful reminder that how we respond lies entirely within our control. The Stoics urge us to choose silence and reflection over retaliation. Take Mahatma Gandhi, for example. Throughout his struggle for India's independence, he faced countless insults and opposition. But instead of reacting with anger or harsh words, Gandhi responded with calm and understanding. He practiced ahimsa, non-violence, not just in action, but in speech and reaction, a principle closely aligned with Stoic thinking, the pursuit of joyful peace. By remaining silent in the face of provocation, Gandhi often disarmed his critics and gained the support of many. Now think, what would happen if you responded the same way? What if, instead of lashing out, you stayed composed? Silence, chosen deliberately, gives you space to act with intention rather than in haste. It calms your spirit and elevates your presence. You begin to carry the quiet strength of a true leader. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "How much more harmful are the consequences of anger and sorrow than the things which cause them." This Stoic wisdom invites us to consider our reactions carefully. What might happen if you faced each insult not with words, but with composed silence? Could it shift your relationships, your outcomes, your life? Throughout this series, we've explored 9 key lessons from Stoicism, lessons that guide us from dealing with gossip to handling grief. The common thread? Silence, not as weakness, but as strength. Marcus Aurelius also said, "Don't waste time discussing what a good person should be. Be one." Let that be your guiding principle. Choose when to speak and when to listen. That simple choice can lead you to a more peaceful, content, and compassionate life. So, take these Stoic teachings with you. Use them in your daily conversations. See how the quiet power of thoughtful silence transforms your interactions and your mindset. If this lesson resonated with you, tap the like button, share your thoughts below, and don't forget to pass this wisdom along. And if you're new here, subscribe for more timeless Stoic lessons to help you grow. See you in the next one.